some real money in the room.
So this is a great time in my life to be able to sit down with a guy like yourself. It's an honor and a pleasure, and I'm saying that humbly and genuinely. Brother D.O.C, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm too blessed to be stressed supreme. I appreciate,
No doubt.
all of that, man. Got a lot of respect for your grind.
Thank you, man.
So.
Thank you. It says a lot. We're doing this Dallas Legends documentary, and I wouldn't be able to complete it without having your graces, man. So, like I said, this is a great time for the city of Dallas, for Fort Worth, for Arlington, for Texas, for the music industry, for everything. So, can you tell us where the name D.O.C actually came from?
D.O.C just came from Doc, and I was hanging out with them N.W.A boys. So just to make it feel like it matched, I just added the periods. It didn't really stand for nothing.
So it doesn't mean Dallas Oak Cliff.
No, it meant on call.
And you were part of a legendary group, the Fila Fresh crew, correct?
Oh yeah, that's where it all started.
That's where it all started. How did you even get into like making music, and when did you know you were dope at it?
Man, they used to have a game called The Dozens in the projects, and you just be rap, you really just be talking shit about mamas and all kind of shit, and make it rhyme at the end. And I was good at that. I knew then. And so, and that was before rapping really kind of came. So when rapping came, I was already really kind of doing it. So for me, I found that pretty early. I was good at it.
What part of Dallas are you from?
West Dallas.
West Dallas.
Yeah.
Shout out Don Chief.
Lake West projects.
Okay.
Look just like the Stop Six.
Yeah.
They used to.
Yeah. Yeah, they tore them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you joined the group. How did that come about?
So one of the dudes used to be a break dancer with my cousin, and he was like, we finna do this talent show. Can you write us an intro and introduce us? And I said, yeah, and I did it, and my was, and after that it was just on.
Did y'all become popular by certain sneakers that y'all wore?
No, that whole Fila thing was Dr. Rock. He was the DJ. K104 back then. That was his thing.
Yeah.
He brought that from California, I think, and I was just trying to rap.
Yeah.
You could have called us any thing back then.
Yeah. So, seeing as how I'm sure your talent is how you actually ended up in certain rooms and certain spaces with certain people, but how in the hell did you come from Dallas and end up out in California to influence a whole culture?
Well, Dre and Rock knew each other. And when they records started blowing up down here, he invited those boys to come down here and do a show at a skating lane called Twilight or Shamrock, one of those. And Dre heard my shit. He was like, wow, bro, you cold-blooded. If you was on the West, we'd be rich. And
that's what he told you back then? Before all of this, before anything.
And I was like, let's tell the guys, let's go. He's like, no, I wasn't talking about them, my nigga. I was talking about you. And I said, I can't just leave my group, nigga. I don't know nobody in California. I told him, no, he left. About 6 months later, my T. Jones tried to send me to the Army. And then I rethought that offer.
Yeah.
Made that call, jumped on the bird. Rest is history.
How old were you?
18, going on 19.
You were 18 years old when you flew to California. And I'm sure Dre was one of the people that greeted you when you got off the plane, but who else did you meet, like, that we know as who they are now, but before then, like when you actually got there to start working?
Yeah, when I got there the first day, I just went to Dre over his aunt's house. I met Sir Jinx there that day. And Cube stayed up the street, a couple houses down. We went to go see Cube, but he was in school. And dropped me off in Compton. And I stayed in Compton for about 3-4 days. Then we went to the studio and Eazy there, Eazy and Ren and Yella.
All these people was there.
Yeah. We went Eazy that day.
How much of that did you influence?
All of it.
All of it. The whole, how they put the format together,
I mean, they already had the beat. And so I just came in and put the words on top of the beat. And then Eazy took it home and learned it, came back and did it the next day. The song was out. 2 or 3 days later, it was #1. A week later.
And you was like 19 years old at the time. Damn. That's a piece of music history that a lot of people, you would think a lot of people know that. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
The whole influence is from Texas. I also heard that a lot of the, like, they was on what they was on out there, but a lot of the gangster mentality, the way we dressed, you is who took that out there to influence that. Is that?
No, that's 1000% false.
Gotcha.
When I was in Dallas back then, they dressed like they was from New York City. In Dallas.
In Dallas.
Houdini would be down there all the goddamn time, and they had their leather clothes
Gotcha.
on. It was teenage clubs and motherfuckers trying to dress up. Then I went to LA, and Eazy, the whole everything, that the way that the dudes, it was Eazy, and we all tried to be Eazy. So Eazy was really the influence of all of this dress shit. You know what I mean? The Air Force Ones and
the Dickie suits,
and the 501s that sag and all that shit. But the Dickies is some LA shit. You know?
Yeah. But the way what was put out there that everybody was doing came from Eazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I went to LA, they was dressing like New York. I came back from LA, they was dressing like LA niggas.
Yeah. How much of an influence did Eazy have on the movement that y'all were doing?
A lot. You know, he didn't have a whole hell of a lot of influence on the actual records, but he had influence on its content, and he was always looking to push the envelope. You know what I mean? For him, any press was great press. Didn't matter what you was talking about or what you was saying, because back in those days, we understood it was a record.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nowadays these young boys, for them it's real life, and if you rap that shit and you're not out there doing it, somehow that makes you less than. You know, at least that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah. When you came in, so they had Cube and Ren. Actually, they were rapping. You came in with what you were doing. Who else actually rapped? That was
That
there.
was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Eazy wasn't a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
In his first #1 record, you wrote it. When did you start become the Doc? Because your album and stuff wasn't out yet, correct?
Yeah. But in my head, I was already the Doc.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Texas, you know, and so you know how them Texas boys
Yeah. Yeah.
they get full of that. Oh, they gonna start talking that shit.
Yeah.
So I was the N.W.A, and I was talking to all them boys.
Yeah.
Cause in my mind, I was better than them.
Yeah. Did you really feel like you were better than them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was Cube cold like that?
Oh yeah, he was. Though.
Yeah.
But I was serving his
Yeah.
meat. And so I was telling them every motherfucking day.
Yeah.
You know, But that's how you do it. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Cause me and Q was really battling.
Were y'all close?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who actually produced your first hit record?
Dre.
Dre. While you were in LA.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about?
The first song that I put out was Funky Enough. I found the sample. He didn't want to do the shit at first. I had to beg him over and over. And he laid the shit. And I didn't have no song to it. He said, "You got a song?" I told him, "Yeah." So he played it all over. You couldn't sample it, so he had to replay the whole thing. So by the time he got finished with it, he said, "Come in there and rap." I didn't have no rap. I had been drinking and smoking. So when the beat came on, I just started doing a bunch of freestyle shit that I had written. And the liquor told me to rap like a Jamaican.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did.
You kind of almost freestyled that.
Yeah.
That was a big record, man.
Yeah, man.
And I know these questions kind of seem, like I'm saying the same thing, and this shit was kind of easy for y'all. Y'all actually hear later record, and you'll go in there and do you, and then next week it's a hit record. But to us, it's like, nah, hell nah, like that's a God-given talent. How did y'all do that? We want to know.
You just said it, man. It's G.O.D. thing. It's not a D.O.C. thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all favor.
Yeah. So how I got my hat on right now is because I saw you wear your hat like this, not anybody else. So that right there was a big thing. That you the first person I saw with the LA King starter jacket, the brim. Like, do you know how many people were emulating that when you did it, or was that just another natural thing?
You know what? I just did something. You know what I mean? They wore Raiders, right? So I didn't want to wear the same thing, but I wanted to wear something similar so I could connect to it. So I just wore the Kings.
Yeah.
It's both black, black and silver.
Yeah.
And the album cover was the King of Kings, so it kind of just all went together.
Yeah. That was big, man. I actually told my uncle what we were doing, and he just started rapping your songs, man. He just went crazy. He was like, "Hey man, you finna like, man, tell him." I was like, "Man, he don't know you, man." But so then me watching you, man, just the grind and what you were doing then, I was a little baby, you feel me? But and then now to be able to actually, because I've been talking to you at least 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
You've always been straight up with me. You've always responded. You've always given me advice, and so we get back to you being who you are, and we get to talk now. So you in LA, how did you get into a car wreck to mess up what you had going?
Like, when I think about that shit today, bro, first off, I was fucking up. You know what I mean? I was high. The white girls had just gave me some ecstasy. I was drunk. I did cocaine the night before, and so it was just all in my system. But it's a G.O.D. thing, bro. Like my whole path was just a path I had to walk to get me to this point today, so I can do well, so God can put me in a position to do what I'm supposed to do here at the crib. That's why we never got in my humble opinion, we never got off the ground, because we never had the infrastructure, we never had the home base, and we never had the ear to understand the commercial value of what we do. Like Ruthless or Cash Money or any of those labels.
Yeah.
guys down there in Houston that rap a lot,
Yeah.
but we never had our thing. And so now I'm in a position I can work with Snoop, who just got his Death Row thing straightened out. They're trying to rebrand it.
Oh, there you got the chain on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to rebrand and rework the history of it, bring it to a more positive place, still make the real music, but go back in there into these communities and try to make a difference in there, right? And so he and I are talking about bringing the Death Row to the South.
Yeah.
Making a Death Row South in Dallas.
Seriously?
You know, building that infrastructure here and giving these kids the opportunity to get some light.
So remember you asked me, I don't know if you remember, about 2 years ago, you hit me one time. You was like, Ken Folk, you ever thought about going to work for a big label or something, man? Because you always seem the talent, you know, it comes to you. Woo, woo, woo. So now, with what you just said, I answer you, yeah. I told you no then. Now I'm telling you, yeah. So when that come around, keep old Preem in mind.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? When did you meet Snoop? Like, when was that?
90.
In 1990?
90. Close to the end of 90.
He was around when NWA was going on?
He was, but he was in the cut.
Yeah.
You know, in that same house that I told you where Jinx was. He was making records with Jinx over there. Him and 1G was doing 213 in Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And he was around every now and then, but nobody really checking for him then.
Yeah.
Because the NWA was doing so well.
Yeah.
I was doing well. But he was there.
So you've known Snoop since 90. That's like a little brother to you then.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever helped him on any records?
I helped him on all his records.
Like, what you mean all of which ones? Just all of them?
Well, up into Doggy Style. You know, and then on some of the other stuff. I forget the record. That shit was on that record, and Round Here was on that record. Those are songs I wrote for him.
Yeah.
So all the way back to Deep Cover.
Deep Cover?
Yeah.
You helped him with Deep Cover?
Yeah, man. As much as I could, I sat around him, helped him figure out which lines was the shit, which lines wasn't.
Yeah.
Structure that shit in a way that was dope, because his gift is natural. Right?
Yeah.
He never used to write raps.
Never?
He would just write. He would just rap.
And it come out like that?
Yeah.
And you came with some structure?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, you gotta build a song. It's the song business.
Yeah.
It ain't the who that can rap the best business. It ain't the who the slickest business. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's gonna live is the song.
Yeah. When did you meet Eminem?
That was closer to 97.
Yeah.
Went over Dre's house and he said, I'm gonna play you something. He played the song, a song called I Just Don't Give a F.
I remember that.
And I was like, wow, that motherfucker's nuts. He's crazy as a mother. And he's like, I'm gonna show you his picture. He showed me the picture that looked. I was like, wow, dude. This dude is finna take over the game. Because his skill set is just out of there.
Yeah.
You know? And he was fearless.
Yeah. You during this time you were Dre, Death Row, like how was it the first time when you met Suge Knight?
So Suge, I met Suge when I first got there, before the records was even released. And Suge and I was hanging out all the time.
That was your boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would get me in the clubs and shit. At 19, I'm in the clubs and Prince over there and Eddie Murphy over there. And
yeah.
You couldn't tell me shit.
Yeah.
Me and my boy, I was in there, I'd get drunk and start some shit, he'd clean it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tell people all the time I was Tupac before Tupac was Tupac.
Yeah.
Just up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a Texas boy. You know, you get
Yeah.
them boys out there and let them feel good about themselves, boy.
Was Suge to be feared? How everybody looked at him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He could go down at any time with this dude, cause he loved it. He relished in it.
That was his thing.
He loved it.
How was it when you met Tupac?
Tupac was dope. You know what I mean? He was quiet. He was super quiet when I first met him, cause he was still with the.
You met him before he got to Death Row?
Yeah, he was still with the Digital Underground
Yeah.
when I first met him.
Yeah.
He hadn't made his records yet.
Were you present for some of those records?
One, gotta get mine.
I remember that. Man, like, so a lot of this stuff that went on, you and Dre spoke about it before it even occurred. Like, to actually see what happened, like, how does that make you feel about who you are and the influence and the place that you have, not just being from Dallas, but in the world?
Bro, I said it a while ago, it's a G.O.D. thing. It's not a D.O.C. thing. And all of that shit that I went through was so I could be prepared to do what I got to do today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't help going to the community and really affect change on the street level unless I've been there.
Yeah.
And seeing that's not my natural space. But I've been out there in some of the worst situations with some of the craziest motherfuckers and doing some of the wildest shit. So I got a chance to see and see lose their life behind this shit.
Yeah.
See to the penitentiary. You know what I mean? When life is supposed to be good, you're making all of this progress and doing all of this great shit. Because when you're young, your mentality is so fucked up, you feel like you gotta get it all right now. And it's you and this is the motherfuckers that's keeping you from getting what you gotta get. You gotta be in war with these motherfuckers when really the opposite is the truth. You only get the real bag when all you motherfuckers going the same way. That add commerce. That means all kind of bags is floating around, not just the one you looking for, but it's bags for everybody that can pick up. And then as long as you can keep that ecosystem going, you know, Dallas is a beautiful city with plenty of rich white folks that love the same shit y'all love, love the same music you love, and would come fuck with you if they wasn't scared.
If they weren't scared,
they were gonna get busted in their ass because they might.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So really, you're shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to the bag by wilding out in the street like that. Want the money, you gotta put the gun down.
You just thinking, I'm from Fort Worth, man, and now that I know what I know, you were young, reaching back, helping, trying to pull people where you were.
Yeah.
Is that how you came across Genocide and Six Deuce and L Dog?
Yeah, I met a dude named Erotic D played me a song that 6'2" did called Rolling, Smoking, Drinking, and Thinking. And to this day, 6'2" might be the best rapper that I've ever heard from Texas.
From Texas?
Yeah. It's just, he just never developed, it never developed for him, but his basic instinct, his cadence, how, like he was just the coldest, he's just the flyest southern rapper I ever heard, man. It's just a few of them, man, like Pimp C is one of those kind of, Devin the Dude is one of those kind of, that they southern conversation is just so pure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And player.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
6'2" is one of them. It just never developed. And the L Dog is too.
Yeah. Yeah, that cold.
Too.
Yeah.
You know,
Six
and
Deuce.
the was the shit, man.
Yeah. Like when you heard that from Erotic D, fast forward, Six Deuce ends up on one of the biggest records probably in rap today still. Like it's a classic. On the Chronic 2001.
Yeah, explosive.
Yeah. And you had your hands all in that.
Well, I was trying to get I was trying to get Deuce produced by Dre.
Mm-hmm.
For me. You know what I mean? And we was both dealing with our issues and shit, and we was making it do what it do. The demons just caught up with us. But as far as explosive, I think that was maybe the second time I put him in a space with Dre. He was at Larrabee at one of those studios in Hollywood. We flew in, and Dre was playing a record, and he had 6'2" if he had a verse, and 6'2" just went in and laid that verse, and that verse really made the whole record.
Yeah, that was it.
That was and Nate and Corrupt was all in there, and they fell in love with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and Deuce would have had a cold-blooded album come out on Interscope, but I fucked it up.
You did?
Oh yeah. Fucked it up. Got mad at Dre, and me and Dre, we battled like brothers. Break up to make up, and so I was on the record, and Dre said, "This shit hard, man. I'm just gonna take you off, and I rap the shit you was doing." And that ego and them drugs and all that bullshit was like, "Nah, man, I want to rap my own shit." And it's like, "Nigga, you don't sound good." I was like, "F that."
This was after the wreck.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so if I'd have let him do what he wanted to do with that record, 6'2" probably had a platinum record.
Hmm.
But I was like, "That man, you ain't taking me off my own shit," and took it back.
And nobody never heard the record? You put it out yourself?
Yeah, that album became Deuce.
Yeah.
But everything happened for its own purpose, man. Because at the speed we was going at that time, if you'd have gave them boys a hit record, they probably would have killed themselves with it.
Yeah, understandable. Everything do happen for a reason. So, being as how you back in the city now, you just spoke about Snoop and the Death Row South possibly coming. How do you feel like you can interject yourself outside of being a rapper and really put it down? And I don't want to say help because that's an understatement, but like just be you and be here.
Now, I'm gonna go back to the thing. I was born to do that. That's what I was born to do.
Yeah.
I was born for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was made to do what I'm about to do now.
Yeah.
All that struggle, all of that bullshit was for this moment.
For this.
You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a lot of opportunities in Dallas, bro. So if I can get these boys to with me, over the next 10 years, it's gonna be so much created. As far as opportunity is concerned, for these cats down here, if I can get them to understand this is a business.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your real life, my nigga.
Yeah.
This is a business where you make money, where you provide for your family, where you create jobs for your friends.
Yeah.
And you get out there and you get it.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It ain't what it was out there in them streets. It ain't the trap game like that. That's not what it is. These boys got that part twisted. This ain't for that.
Yeah.
This is to make a better way for it. In fact, these opportunities for us is a way for us to clean up our whole situation down here in Dallas.
That's exactly what it is.
In both cities.
Yeah.
Because it's really DFW. you know, one without the other ain't as strong. Cause the dopest MCs I ever heard came from Fort Worth.
You want to name a
I
few
know
of them?
gonna be mad at
Yeah,
$1,000, but I'm keeping 1,000. Even now, the hardest young cats that I've heard busting with different voices and styles, and even though they hood cats, they MCs, is from Fort Worth. It's a few young guys from Dallas, and they all follow each other on Instagram. I follow them.
yeah.
Matter of fact, I tried to talk one of the young dudes into me on this documentary. He must have thought I was bullshit. You know,
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
I forgot to do his name. I met him at when the documentary come out, you'll see it. It's a scene. Me and Dre is in the studio working on this song. And Eminem and all these people was there. I wanted the dude to come with me and show out. Like 6'2" did.
He's from Fort Worth? Wow. I know him? Of course I know him.
Oh yeah, you gotta know him because
Yeah.
he dope.
Yeah.
He dope.
Not one of the guys I sent you. Dang. I can't remember his name. I think his real name is Chris though. He's not a street rapper. He's on some other stuff.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. I know who you talking about. He didn't even come.
I asked him, I said, I want you to go. He said,
Nino
yeah.
So Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I asked him to
Cause
go.
that young dude is dope.
He's dope.
Yeah.
He's dope. It's another dude out there named Nouveau or some kind of weird shit. He got a weird name, and they in the same little circle of guys. See, I told, this is back when Mo3 was here.
Yeah.
And I've seen all these young dudes at one point at the white guy spot off 35.
Doug, artistic visuals.
I seen them all over there.
Yeah.
At one point in time.
Yeah.
I told them all, I was like, it's here.
Yeah.
The it is here.
Yeah.
And you guys got the formula. You need to come together and do something. Like, imagine if you had Freddie, Eazy, Mo3, one of them dolls, and another couple of these young guys. They all had different sounds and styles and verse. You really had the makings of like a Wu-Tang kind of situation in this city.
Yeah.
But if you did one great record together, you could have went and did whatever you wanted to do after that.
That's pretty much the basic formula is you don't have to be best friends. You don't have to always get along, but you do this one. You did that. You set the formula up. You didn't really like everybody you were doing them songs with, and y'all got #1 records. And we know the talent is here.
Because usually everybody want to be Jordan. Everybody want to be the guy. And you could be the guy, but you're never going to get it like that. You might get a little something and feel good to you because you don't tell. But that ain't where that's the minor leagues. Like this is a brand. If you can get inside this commercial system with your brand, you ain't got to take penitentiary chances to get a real sack.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's too late?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I think we wrapped us a God. We finna come up.
Yeah.
Like we finna look. Our streets is finna be laced with gold down here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I talked to Harry O.
I was gonna ask you about Harry O. Shout out to Harry O. I'm a big fan.
I was talking to him a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I was telling him about this. They building this entertainment district in Dallas, and it's a whole huge, all the way from downtown down Botham Jean. And Snoop was saying, I want to come to Dallas. And I need me a compound in Dallas. He got this compound in LA where he do all this shit. 35, 40,000 square foot space where he houses family and do all that.
Got a ranch out there and stuff?
No, this is a building.
Just like working. Yeah. Gotcha.
consistently.
Yeah.
So I always move. And me, I want to put together a school called D.O.C. Well, actually, I'm already doing it. And D.O.C. got curriculum going into a junior college this August.
This August?
Yeah, man. A junior college out of state. But
That's huge.
so I'm trying to build a machine, my nigga. And all due respect to every other space, but I want this to be a space that that Pharrell will want to come in. I'd like to go down there. But Dre will want to come and spend some time. I need one of the best 8 rooms in the country down here.
Down here, yeah.
You know what I mean? In a building where we can have access to it. And it ain't for everybody. You have to aspire to get there.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to build this machine so these kids can learn how much better they are. Basically, of Motown.
That's down here.
Yeah,
for
put
sure.
them through the machine, build it, secure it, put it out, keep it in the house. Whatever you do, build the infrastructure and the ecosystem to provide for these motherfuckers, and then let them do what they do.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep it secure and you keep the bullshit out, you know, and you get the streets to help you out, keeping the bullshit out, you know, and then you can build something that motherfuckers can use to get this money.
Yeah. Man, that right there is basically how I wanted to. I was going to ask you what you see in the future, but you just told us that's going to happen. I'm here to support you. We're here. I feel like you even sitting in front of this camera with me is you did this for them reasons, to give back, to help, to put it out there. Hey, I'm here. This is what we about to do, because a lot of people about to see this.
It's coming. Like I said, I talked to Harry O and told him they trying to let us play with 20 acres down there. We can build the machine the way we want, create the infrastructure. He said he's gonna clear his schedule and come down there and close his deal with me.
That's big, man. Thank you, man. It's been an honor here on this Dallas Legends documentary, and thank you, brother.
Bro, if it ain't about us,
yeah,
then what the fuck is it about?
Yeah.
Because the damn show ain't about me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a G.O.D. thing. It's not a D.O.C. thing. I don't take no credit. Motherfucker can cut. This my motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, it's your city.
Yeah.
It's your city, nigga. It's like hell. As long as we here, it's our city.
Yeah.
That's where it's supposed to be. Now let's figure out how we can turn this money up. Because really, when you think about it, no matter what you do, and I damn near don't, pretty much don't give a fuck what you do to get it, nigga. Go get it.
Yeah.
Out the trees and the mud, out the supermarket. I wouldn't give a damn. The only thing I'm concerned with is your attitude and the propensity towards violence, towards one another. That shit gotta go.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that got to go.
Yeah.
Really, bro, by all means necessary, got to go. Because money can't exist in that space.
Yeah.
So if you want the money, you got to help me figure out how to get that shit up out of here.
Yeah.
Let's at least build a space that at least inside this space we know we safe and secure. So that's where my head at. And Harry O is really about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So matter of fact, he and I see a lot of light for niggas on two separate ends of the spectrum. Niggas. I ain't never been a thug at all, nigga. To help me shook, but I done got guns all I got time and shit with bring bag full of guns. Am I finna get in trouble? Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we finna suit up and try to get these hoods back under control and blow Dallas the up, man. Excuse me. Blow DFW the
For sure. Salute.
Hey, that real tone, there's some real money in the room.